Welcome to a new segment on this channel called Must See Movies. I have done a few sort of unscripted discussions on Casino, Goodfellas, Life is Beautiful, a film called El Sir. These are critically acclaimed movies which I just sat down and kind of went off on. I decided to kind of adapt that because I want to talk about more critically acclaimed movies, must-see movies that, you know, not just that they're definitely critically acclaimed, but just ones I believe to be must-see movies, which sometimes obviously are going to be usually critically acclaimed too. So I thought I would debut this series by talking about Donnie Brasco, directed by Neil Human, starring Johnny Depp and AlPacino from 1997. Now this movie is about the real-life case of Joseph D. Pistone, the police officer who infiltrated the Bonanno crime family in the 70s, and he wrote a book about it, and this movie is an adaptation of the book. When Joseph goes into the mob, he adopts the identity Donnie Brasco, and he becomes friends with an aging gangster, Lefty, played by Al Pacino, and their friendship develops, and Joseph goes deeper into the mob, and he realizes that this is messing with him mentally, this is messing with his family. But he's in there, you know, he's in too deep at this point. He's begun an actual friendship with a gangster. This movie is fantastic. While movies such as Goodfellas and Casino, there's a sense of extravagance and swagger to it. This is a gangster film that is measured, that is slow paced, that is very, very human and down to earth and gritty and intense. Johnny Depp offers an elite performance in this film. It's a shame with Johnny Depp because he's gone on, you know, when you think about Johnny Depp in the 80s and 90s, he was doing these great movies and great, you know, acting roles. Then he kind of just went into children's and family films and kind of never came back to these critically acclaimed performances. I think he's one of the acting elite, and this is very much so an example of that. It's a stunning performance. I feel so sorry for Joseph, but you like him in the character of Donnie. So basically Depp in this movie is playing two characters, playing Joseph, you know, this lonely cop who is in over his head and is just carrying on with this job because he has to, and just because he feels like he has to bring this crime family down. But he's living a lie, and he's, you know, his marriage is breaking down, so it's very, very intense, the kind of sympathy you feel for him. But you really like the character of Donnie. He plays a great imitation of a gangster. He's really believable as a gangster, and he's a fun, charming kind of gangster as Donnie. Lefty introduces him to the gangster world, and Donnie kind of learns from his kind of a father-student relationship with this underlying deception that's going on. And these films are so important. They deserve a lot more respect because they probably won't be in about 15 years. We probably won't get movies like this because it's you know, we're so PC now. It just won't be allowed. You won't be allowed to see black and white shades in people. You know, for example, in this, Lefty, played by Al Pacino, it's a very reserved, very measured performance. It's not a wild Al Pacino performance, and he's charming. He's lovable. The character is very roguish and very nice, and you have sympathy for him. But at the same time, he does beatings, he does hits, he's got killings to his name. And, you know, and I'm fascinated with this movie is how they can do that to me. You know, Goodfellas did it, Casino did it, Long Good Friday did it. I know these people are disgraceful, but it puts you in their world and shows you what their daily life is like and how they've kind of normalised this behaviour. So while they are terrible, horrible people, on a humanistical level, in the midst of their group, they're nice people in a sense. They're fun people, you know, and I like that. I like that shades of grey that these gangster movies give me in examining human beings as not simple, you know, as not black and white, and how the world you're in kind of dictates who you are, you know, in a way, and dictates your limits and your morals. As Lefty, Al Pacino, you see so much deep regret in his eyes. It's a fascinating performance because this man has been in the mafia for so many years, he's never moved up. And you almost see the regret at the things he's done. You know, you almost see him feel bad. You know, again, you know, that's how these movies do it. They give the characters a little bit of a shred of humanity and regret to make you realise that maybe they're not that bad underneath all the gangster bravado. And he's done all this and he's never gone anywhere. He's aging, he's old now, and He's never been rewarded for this lifestyle, so he's taken all these risks, done all these bad things, and it's almost like he's sitting back, ready for the rocking chair, realising, was it all worth it? And it's a fascinating performance of deep longing and regret and built up anger by Al Pacino. The effect on Joe's marriage is one of the most devastating parts of the film. Anne Heche plays his wife. Joseph goes home and he's a stranger in his own home with his kids, and you know, the moments between Anne Heche and Johnny Depp, they have phenomenal chemistry as this married couple. They really, really do. It's heartbreaking. The facial expressions, you know, the rift between them, the desperation of the wife that she wants a husband. You know, he's been away for nearly 2 years in this undercover job. She wants him back. She wants a father to her kids, and she wants a husband. And she's got such pain in her exchanges with him, and there's such intense back and forths between them. And you see how much they love each other, but you see how much they are falling apart. You know, and there's one absolutely fantastic scene by both actors where they basically have this heart-to-heart. It's all come to a head, and Joseph says to her that he now cares about left. That's how far he is into this world. This job is killing him. He now has to save this other gangster. And she kind of realises, oh, hang on, that's how much he's going through. I was just thinking that he was projecting onto me and trying to avoid me, but she realises, oh, hang on, he's way more in his head than I ever thought. So much emotion and so much love in that scene, in all their scenes. But, you know, it's very uncompromising. It shows how much this job can affect a marriage. You know, it doesn't pull any punches. Those scenes are just intense as hell. Michael Madsen is also in this film as one of the main gangsters, and he is great, hard-nosed, ruthless, horrible gangster, but fun to watch, as always. You know, these films make the gangsters endearing, no matter how arsehole they are. There's one just relentless and painful scene in a Chinese restaurant where they beat up one of the waiters, and Joseph joins in to blend in. And then it shows Joseph listening back to a recording because he had his shoe bugged, of himself joining in with a beating. And he just looks crestfallen, he looks heartbroken, he looks dumbstruck by what he's capable of. Wonderful, fantastic facial expressions by Johnny Depp in that scene. And this is a movie of great facial expressions. You know, the look on Al Pacino's face, if you want to see Al Pacino so reserved and so defeated, this is where you see it. It's such a controlled performance from him, such a responsible performance to not take it over the top. And you know, just to see Johnny Depp bring this so many dimensions to his performance. Sometimes you see, you know, you're looking at Joseph, sometimes you wonder if you're looking at Donnie, sometimes you wonder if the lines are blurred, sometimes you wonder if he's brought Donnie home to his wife and that's why they have these arguments. It is fascinating all through. The performances are just unbelievably good. If you want a gangster film that is extremely uncompromising, so intense, so down and dirty and gritty, also so human, full of genuine emotion, full of genuine relationships, that's what Donnie Brasco is. It's fantastic. Check it out, guys. Let me know what you think of the film if you haven't seen it, and go and watch it if you haven't. Highly recommended. And let me know about it in the comments below. Let me know if you're looking forward to this new series on my channel, Must See Movies. Let me know if there are any movies that you think are must see in the comments. And please consider subscribing if you're a movie geek just like me, and we can geek out together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.